Hey everybody, it's Cody, Dixon RC here. So today we're going to unbox the new Element Sendero HD trail truck. This is a 10 scale crawler trail truck, whatever you want to do. This is the new one from Element, the Sendero HD. Basically they made the body a little bit thicker, a half cab with a cage in the back of it. They updated a bunch of different things. The plastics are supposed to be better. The tires are supposed to be softer. The body of course is thicker. It's a different color now. It's red instead of that gray color that the Sendero was before. It now has a trail walker front bumper, so it's a little bit more narrow. The approach angle is a little bit better. It also comes with a new 5-slot 16-turn motor. I think that's right. Yeah, 16-turn 5-slot. It also comes with a new Reedy SC480X, which is the programmable 1080 variant style ESC for this truck made by Reedy. That's a cool little addition. Those two are very nice paired together. Servo's still the same old 173 ounce servo. Probably not the best servo, but it works. It gets the job done. Nothing else has really changed. There's a couple of little features when I get this thing out of here. I'll show you that's pretty cool. That's different than the last one, the last Sendero. So that's pretty much it. All the rest of it's the same. It still comes with the 5% overdrive stock in the box with the 11% gear in it. They are plastic, but they seem to hold up very well even to some high power, so good to go there. Still chassis mounted servo, still has a spot beside that servo to put a winch if you wanted to do that. Still, sorry, I got something in my eye. Still behind the axle steering, still a nice aluminum threaded shock as well. I mean, pretty cool little stuff, all for a decent little truck. This one that I am unboxing here is the one that does come with a LiPo and a charger. It comes with the Reedy 2-cell, probably I think it's like a 3,000 mAh battery, little small shorty pack style with a T-plug on it, and then a Reedy simple little 60 watt, 30 watt charger or something like that. So let me flip this over here so I can see. It's got some writing on this side about the body, different things that it's done. All right, so clear windows, molded grille. It does come with LED headlights. You can replace the headlight lenses. It still has the general tires. These are supposed to be a little bit different though, as far as the style. These are supposed to be a little bit softer, so a little bit better than the original. This does still have everything else is pretty much the same. It's still a beadlock, the Ocho 8-hole beadlock setup. Pretty cool. I mean, it's got wipers and mirrors and the rear cage a utility bed kind of deal. It's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think it's cool. I think they're really, the one thing I really love about Element and what they're doing is they're listening. The first Sendero come out had a couple of problems with some chassis flex and the plastics not being that great, the body being too thin. It was tearing, ripping, things like that. This seems to be a step in the right direction as far as how a company is supposed to be doing this. I feel this is the better way to go. Red Cat's another one that's doing the same thing. They are listening. They pay attention to what's breaking and they try and fix it and they try and come out with something better than the original or something along the lines of that. They are doing the same thing. Even though this is pretty much the same chassis as before, it's got a couple little bump and upgrades as far as that goes, and it's still about the same price as it was prior. That's cool. That's good to know. It's good to know that they're listening to us, listening to you, as far as that goes. So that's great. So what I'm gonna do is take this thing out of the box real quick hopefully without making a full mess and tearing up the box, because I want somebody else. This does have a garage on the inside of it as well. So, you know, I try not to tear it up too bad for whoever buys this thing when they come to buy it. As far as this one goes, the only thing needed out of the box is 4 AA's for the remote. Good to go. So hang tight. Let me get this thing out the box. Let's try and do it without tearing something up here. All right, so let's talk about the box first. While I talk about it, I'll show you, I'll try and film the inside of this thing. It looks like it's an old wood barn, kind of like a place you would find the majority of trucks like these nowadays. There's the sign in the very back. It's got a Yeti on it. That's kind of cool. So it's a very basic barn, but hey, you know, you can make it whatever you want it to be. It's cool. That's cool they do that. They are the only ones that are doing that. All right, let's talk about what comes in the pack, or in the box, rather. Same old thing. You get a manual, the Reedy stuff as well. You do get a nice sticker sheet that does have the white sticker that goes down the side of it. This particular one has the reedy setup of a battery and a charger. You get a couple of extra body posts. Looks like some cage type deals. You do get like a different battery tray. You get a muffler, you know, like the Trail Runner muffler, the MagnaFlow muffler. That's cool. Some antennas, a couple little extra pieces for different things. That's cool. All right, so let's do what everybody wants to see. Let's go ahead and look at this truck. So here it is. So this thing supposedly is thicker than the last one. I don't see it yet. I also noticed that the LED lights are not plugged up from the get-go, which is fine. So, Enduro element bed. This is the back utility bed's what they call it. Looks like in the pack though, it's got a couple little extra pieces to change this up a little bit if you wanted to. Of course, the Trail Runner bumper with a fair lead on the front of it. You can get these in metal as well. Most aftermarket ones will not fit because that is a different bolt pattern than all the other ones. So now that we see that, I'm going to come around here and show you all the stuff from the top so we can look at all the different cool stuff and then go from there. Hang tight. All right, so let's take the body off of this thing and see what's underneath it. We'll look at the body too as well whenever I pull this off of here. Man, I wish they make bigger body clips. I think they're not easy to get off. The rear one should be not that bad because of where they're positioned. So, downside to that is this rear setup the way it is still has body pins in it. That's okay though, not a big deal. It's held in by the 8 screws here and here. The front, you can see it is a molded grill piece with LEDs in them. It does come with a receiver plug. Now they say this is supposed to be thicker. I still feel they need to go a little bit thicker than that. I feel like that could be torn very easily. And then of course with this cage the way it is, it makes that bend very easily. So all it takes is a really good punch, a good hit to make that thing break. So let's look at this. This is what everybody wants to see anyway. So this is the same normal Enduro chassis that they've had for a couple of years now. New motor, new ESC. You can see this ESC is a little bit smaller. It is the SC480X. It is set up and ready to go. And you can also buy a programmer from them as well to be able to go in and change all the things. I think this thing is set at 7.4 volts from the get-go. It may not be, don't quote me on that because I don't really know that for sure. The cool thing I do like about this one here is that it comes with 2 ports to be able to plug in lights. So your light kit, you plug it in here and you have lights. That's how it works. Instead of having to run it to the receiver, you just plug them in here. Then you still have spots on the receiver as well if you wanted to do that. The downside to this ESC is if you want to get a program card, you have to buy it separately. It does not come with this unit here. So you can buy a 1080 for $42, or you can buy this and the controller for, I think it winds up being about $48. So it's all really depending on what you want and how you want it to do, or whatever you're wanting to do with it. So they did say they changed the plastics in this, but there's still pretty good little bit of chassis flex, but I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as it was. Now, also take in mind that doing this is not a normal thing as far as when you're on the trail. I don't think that's legitimately what you're going to run in, a problem you're going to run into anyway. So let's look at, I can't do that because of the antenna. The tires, it is supposed to be a softer material tire. Still has a bead lock, still is the same normal Ocho. You get some scale bolts to go in there, that would be cool. Same old rod ends, plastic balls, of course, because why not? Telescoping drive shafts with the aluminum center, it's fine. The one cool thing they have done with this deal in this truck is over here on the panhard side, a lot of people had problems with this panhard bar breaking. Well, a lot of people figured out that when the gatekeeper come out, it had this metal one that bolted, on the side and had an adjustability and all that stuff like that. Well, this new chassis now has the holes already there. Let's see if I can get it where you can see them. Come on. There, you can see the hole there. There's one on the other side. So you buy this, and if you want a better panhard setup, you buy the gatekeeper mount set. I do keep that in stock. so you can be able to change that up and make it do whatever you want it to do. Now this thing comes out of the box with the shorty battery pack in it. It's very small. The other one that's in it is about this long. Let's get where you can see. It's a bigger box for bigger stick packs or bigger LiPo batteries, that kind of deal, depending on whatever it is you're running. Still has the normal big giant waterproof receiver box. It's fine, it works, it does its job. These are supposed to be a captured slider. They have a slot in them for the body to fit into. You can see right there. I don't know how well it works. We'll see when we go to put the body back on, but other than that, it's pretty good. I mean, they're working, they're trying, they're doing their best. They're getting better and better each time they go about doing this. I think they're, like I said, they're listening. They're paying attention to what we're asking for as far as things go about making things better. So let's try and see what the body fits like on here. See how well it does. I do know one thing, this spot right here is super tight on these shock towers here. Yeah. All right, so now it has the captured body side. This one was out too far, so it wouldn't allow the body to be captured in there. So that could cause some problems in shipping. This we go over it again. This is the new Element Sendero HD trail truck. This is their newest lineup of truck. Don't know if they're coming out with anything else past this, but this is pretty much it. I wanted to go over it really quick, show you guys all the stuff that's new and that comes with it. And it's a new truck, so new things is cool to see. So thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, the whole deal. You know the deal. So let everybody know if anybody wants one of these. Let me know. I can have this one in stock. I can get more of these, the ones with the battery and the charger. The ones without are still, the first batch come out and they're already sold out. So we're waiting on more of those to come in. So until then, if you want one of these, let me know. I'll make you a deal. And we'll see you next time.